Today we're doing the Texan 308. Yes, that's right. New and improved right off the factory shelf. This baby is hot and it smells so new, like Corinthian leather. But no, all seriousness put aside, this is one sweet air rifle, and I'm excited to start running it through its numbers. I'm going to start off. We've got eight different weight hollow points I want to try. We're going to do some ballistic gel. We're going to run it over the chronograph. I'll get the chart put together, and we'll try to figure out where the best air to bullet weight ratio is. If this 308 Texan is anything like the 457 or the 357, I know that I'm going to be in for one heck of a sweet ride. Because Airforce doesn't do anything halfway. This thing is sweet from stem to stern. We'll point out some of the different features that we've got on it, but right off the bat, which I'm getting a real Jones out of, is this sweet deal. We've got the Airforce scope, Airforce brand. It's a nice 4x32. Get the big beefy rail on here. It just strengthens everything up and gives you a good solid grip. I really like it. I don't know what else I can say about it. It's just as strong and sturdy as the other Airforce air rifles are. So we're going to have some fun with this baby and go over the numbers with it. But like I said, we're going to do some power testing here. Run it over the chronograph, we'll get our chart, we'll get our numbers, and then on part 2, we'll head over to Ted's, get outside, and start doing some distance shooting and see what groups well and what doesn't group well. Hopefully, if everything works out, we'll be able to do some high testing and some low testing. And when I say low, that's what I'm talking about. When you open the gun up, you've got your power wheels exposed. Okay, so you can... It's a dial, and you can really use this to tune, really just get specific on dialing in what weight bullet and what air pressure you're working with. And that's one of the things I really think is unique about this, because I don't think there's any other air rifle that has this feature. And I like it. And if I like it, you know it's good. Along with everything else, because I've got this sweet Airforce hat, and look at this sweet shirt. Huh? Do I look sweet or what? Don't answer that. All right, guys. Let's get to some testing, we'll get to some videos, and we'll get back with you. Alright guys, what I'm trying to show here with my big bulky fingers is just like all the Texans, the slug does not go in all the way. It sticks out about 3/4. Same way with the 457, the 357, and now the 308. So, you know, don't feel like, oh man, the bullets aren't going in, because you can see the bullet's only, so long and so much is sticking out. But as you see me shooting, it's fine. As you can see, closing, not a problem. See, covers up, comes right in. Bam, locked in position, ready to shoot. Crybaby. Stop that. We're making a video for Airforce. Behave yourself. Stop embarrassing me in front of the company. Okay, let's see if we can get that in there with my big coconut. Okay, the way I've tried to set this up is we got a 10-shot string with an average. And I did the foot-pounds of energy off the average this time instead of just taking off the first one. But we are set up so the first shot, it was trying to be the fastest, so there's no bell curve or anything like that or valve lock. My favorite 3 bullets still are the 125, the 130, and the 150. Those have always been my favorites. We get the greatest foot-pounds of energy, I think, from, I guess you call it your bullet-to-air ratio. But these 3 would take down big game. A deer or a pig, I can easily see these breaking shoulder blades. The lighter stuff tightened up as we were, lowered the feet per second, I guess you call it, with the power dial. But I think we've got a nice spread here to look at, and it's really nice that you can again, rule of, just use this as a rule of thumb to kind of know where you're at speed-wise and bullet weight-wise. Pick something that you like, and then start working that power dial until you get it really tight on where you want it to be. I really like this 308. I just can't wait to do some more work with it. Airforce! This is my first set of numbers. This is just in the basement. I was just getting it sighted in at 18 yards. And we went from 68 grains all the way up to 165 grains. Now granted, it's not in even sequence. I was just bouncing around. But we got the scope on, and that's what counts, okay? It's really good. Alright guys, let's talk about ballistic gel, okay? I didn't videotape it, the ballistic gel, two reasons. One, my camera, from all the water I've shot over the years, I've got some type of smudge on the inside of the lens, so it's hard to see. But also, the block, this block, over the years, it's just gotten real dingy. And it just doesn't, it just doesn't come up well in video. And so, it's basically time to, I use it for stuff. It still works, but it just doesn't look good video-wise. Hey, you. So, as you see in the pictures that I took, and again, this stuff is not like Jello. It's pretty. It's gesundheit. It's pretty tough. It does great with the big slugs, but the 68 grain blew up. It just blew. It exploded into bits and pieces. There's just little fragments going through the gel. The 68 blew up. The 86 grain blew up. The 96 held together, but it fragmented, and so it was just kind of rough. Again, this is 16 inches of gel. The 125 and up made it almost through the end. The 165 actually did pop out, actually go through 16 inches. The 110 made it the furthest, and then the 125, 130, 150 were all 1 inch, 15 inches through the gel, and the 165 actually exited. And you can see, in the picture how they mushroomed what was left of the small ones. There's still some fragments in here that it's not worth digging out. But a coyote and a fox is a lot thinner and softer than this gel, so don't be afraid to shoot those lightweight slugs. If you're shooting varmints, you do want those to basically explode on impact, because you're only talking about 4 inches to the vitals, and and their skin is like tissue paper with lint on it, so you want something that's just going to get in there and destroy almost as quick as possible. The 125, that's going to go right through a coyote. Just to be honest, it's not going to mushroom on you because there's hardly anything there to stop the bullet. But so that's where you're going to want the lighter stuff. But again, you need to dial it in till it's right where you want it. And that's one of the benefits to this air rifle that none other have. You've got that power wheel, and between tweaking that and your foot-pounds that you're putting in there, your fill pressure, you're going to be able to get that baby like a surgeon, just precision. And that is a sweet feature that this gun has. All right. As we're coming to an end of part 1 on this video, I really got to say I am impressed to the max. Okay, again, Airforce knocked it out of the park. I just have to say thank you, Airforce, for another quality product. I do like it when everything has your name on it. It's just like one of those things: hat, shirt, scopes, rails, rings. All of this is from Airforce on their website. Okay, it's really nice. I can't wait to go out and kill something. That's the next thing to do. Drop a nice slug through a couple of shoulder blades and just pick up that pig and go walking home. That's the way to do it. But you guys saw the numbers. I'm really jacked about the 125, the 130, and the 150 grain. When we get out to Ted's, we'll see how those do, but that's where I'm leaning towards. When we get out there, we'll have a lot more fun. We'll have some more stuff to show you. But until part 2, this is Robert, Mr. Hollowpoint, with part 1 saying, see you later.